All right, so hello everybody. My name is Kathy, or I go by Kat, and it is time to transition the channel a little bit. So if you've been watching my Alaska videos, thank you, appreciate it. I know I've gotten some people that have made a few comments here and there and some likes, so continue. If you started the series, keep watching it. Like my videos, subscribe, sign up for notifications, hit that little bell, and the channel might be changing a little bit. We do have another vacation coming up, and I do plan to record the whole thing. Scott even borrowed a drone from a friend of his, and we're going to be, we live in Michigan, and we are going into the thumb of Michigan. Not all the way to the tip, but pretty close. And so I think it'll be good. Weather's been really fallish. Even on the cold side for fall. It's been an unusual summer for sure. We're still in summer. We shouldn't be in fall, but it's been in the 50s. Today was like 60s, so it's been chilly. So I'm wondering, our vacation is in a little less than 2 weeks, and it's just a weekend, and we're going to be celebrating our 8th anniversary, and so I'm excited. Our anniversary is actually during the week, and then we'll be leaving Friday, a couple days after our anniversary, and going up there after Scott gets off work, and then we'll be coming back Sunday. So, loud car coming by. So it'll be just a short weekend getaway. So it'll be interesting. There's supposed to be some shipwrecks. We're going to be right, the thumb is on Lake Huron, and there are actually some shipwrecks that are going to be right near where we're staying at. We're staying in an Airbnb, and the Airbnb is not on the water, but you can look out the front door and you can see Lake Huron from the house, so it's pretty close. Another car coming by. Sorry, maybe the front porch was not the best idea for videoing. So I'm excited to do that, but the channel's going to have some other things in there too as well, so I just figured I'd start covering some other things that I'm passionate about. I can't vacation all the time. I wish I could. I would love to vacation all the time, but the channel's going to also cover some other things in there that I'm either dealing with or going through, just kind of like journaling what's going on in my life. I really want to cover what it's like to be a woman in her 50s, going through just, changes in life, a new chapter. So this channel is going to really kind of focus on that. I had been at a company for, oh, it's going to be loud. I'm going inside. Okay. My neighbors are all being productive, which I can appreciate. They're all getting off work, and apparently everybody wants to mow the lawn, or they're all getting home from work, and so that's what's going on. All right, so I was getting at what I want to focus my channel on. So I have been at the same company for, and I'm not going to go into names or anything like that, but I'd worked for the same company for almost 15 years. I had gotten to the point of thinking that this was my career, this is where I would end up retiring, and unfortunately we went through a big merger, and a lot of changes came about from that merger, and just changing up on leadership and downsizing, and fortunately my position was eliminated along with hundreds of other people, maybe thousands. It was a lot of people that end up getting laid off over a period of time, and so now it's time for me to I don't know, find the next chapter in my life. It's an opportunity to change up what I was doing. I had worked at a call center. That was never, not many people say, my dream job is to work at a call center. It was one of those things that 15 years ago, I was a single mom of 3 kids, and they were all, I'm trying to think, I don't even think they were teenagers then. They were like preteen. My youngest, I think, was like maybe 10 when I went through the divorce. So single mom of 3, working 2 jobs. And it was stressful. It was very stressful finding a place to live, being able to afford that on my own. And so I've worked really hard over the 15 years raising my kids. They're all grown. They're all in their 20s now. I had moved up the ladder into a manager role, and I really thought I had made a career out of where I was working at. And so now I'm starting over, and I'm in my early 50s. So I feel like I still got a long way to go before I'm even thinking about retirement and everything like that. So come along on my journey as I explore, interviewing process, applying for jobs. It has its ups and downs for sure. I've been going through this for the last few months, and I haven't brought you guys along on the journey yet, but now you're here. So that's going to be part of this journey. And then the other part is I'm also really passionate about health, fitness, nutrition, and I want to share that with everybody too as well. When you're going through, a woman in your 50s, you're typically at a perimenopause or menopause stage in your life. Your hormones might be all out of whack, and sometimes you are not the most pleasant person to be around. So I want to help people with that. What I've done to live a healthy life. I'm going through a stressful time in my life, and thank God that I feel so good and healthy, and that's kind of keeping my mood up and my spirits up and everything like that. So I want to talk about my weight loss journey a little bit in there. I want to talk about low-carb lifestyle, and fitness and nutrition in there too as well. So that's going to be kind of like a little change up in the format of this channel. So I hope everybody appreciates that and stays along. So if you do, like, subscribe, hit the little bell. Before I made dinner, I decided to do a leg workout. I follow a few different people on YouTube, and one of my favorites is Tracy Steen. I will definitely link her channel in the description, and I'll try to make sure and find the specific workout that I did. But I did a leg workout. It was 45 minutes, and then she always does that includes the warm-up, and then she always does a cool down too, which is almost 5 minutes. So that's in addition to the 44 minutes. But I love her workouts. I have a few other YouTube influencers that I like to follow. Another one is Heather Robertson. I think she's got great workouts too. I think they're perfect for people of all ages, but specifically like Tracy Steen really focuses on people like women over like 40 too. So if you're looking for some workouts, I highly recommend. And then after my workout, I started making dinner, which we ended up just having. I had chicken sausage. I made some brats in there for my husband and hot dogs for my son. And then the pork belly bites that I have, I'll have in the video too. And I'm going to link the recipe in there as well. All right, I am so wiped out from that workout that I forgot to record myself making pork belly bites. But they need to get stirred or pulled out and tossed around. Just do it every 5 minutes. They have, here, just pull them out of the air fryer. They're looking good. So here they are. They're just cubed up. Almost, it looks like thick bacon. And there is just garlic powder, pepper, cumin, paprika, chili, pepper. It's about almost all the seasonings on there. I should have got the recipe and read off the recipe. I'll find it and put a picture in there and tie it in or link it. And there's a little bit of maple syrup. I have a keto maple syrup. Actually, let me grab it really quick. I'm gonna have green beans. I gotta get those going. This is a keto syrup that I use. 0 sugar maple syrup, made by Wholesome Yum. She's a YouTuber influencer. I like it. I think it tastes pretty good. And a little bit of olive oil. It's just tossed together, and then you put it in the air fryer for about 15 minutes, and then toss it every 5 minutes or so. All right, I'll let you see how it is when it comes out. All right, here's me bouncing around. It's late. I was tired and hungry, and so as soon as I finished dinner, we just ate it. So I did not get another shot of the pork belly bites, but they were really good. Scott really enjoyed them, so I'll definitely make those again. And I think we'll just wrap up this video and call it a day. And I'm headed back home for the end of my evening walk. Everybody have a great night.